So when this video is going public, we might actually just have reached 8,000 subscribers. Or we are just about to. So the video after this will probably be a Q&A video and not the Winds of Change video. But who knows, there might actually be more Winds of Change. We'll see. Hey guys, it's your Bo the Doggo, and welcome back to Winds of Change, episode 11, where we just reached the HQ. We looked around, had a little tour of it all, and got to have some downtime with the other characters. We had a little special extra time with Pro, and what I totally missed was that I started a romantic relationship with Pro. So Pro and I are now boyfriends, I believe. So we're going to a date in another episode, which I look forward to very much. He is super cute. But yeah, enough about that. Now we're going to get into the war table and see what's going on there. So I'm just gonna fade into the war table now. See you there. Warning! Moving to the war table will initiate Act 3. Act 3 is long series of cutscenes with no side content. Please make sure that you have sufficient time to set aside to watch. Okay, I'll guess. Okay. I don't know. I will probably cut this down into multiple episodes still. Okay, let's do this then. Oh, exciting! Wow. I enter the war room and see Damek standing over the table. He's moving wooden figures from place to place, forming a strategy. I guess it was my first time seeing him in action. It was impressive.
I'm glad you came, Seer.
He talks to me while he works, displaying grace and lack of effort. It's almost like this is second nature to him. What was he planning? I noticed a map on the table, with figures scattered about different regions.
So tomorrow we'll begin your training with the Blade of Exodus. But in addition to that, we'll have to train you in swordplay as well.
Oh, right.
I think Ulrich should be free. I can't really think of a better teacher.
He eyes the scabbard on my back and the base of the sword.
We think that the more you use it, the more you'll tolerate it. If you're like me, you got overwhelmed the moment you touched it.
Yeah.
It's about adapting. Slow exposure will help you become stronger.
Let's hope you're right then.
But we're also in a rush, so I've worked out a schedule for you. It balances both exposure therapy as well as combat training. There's a bit of free time in there too. You'll be needing it.
Okay. He points to a paper resting on the war table. I pick it up and start inspecting the contents. It's a detailed itinerary. I'm impressed.
Now, there's one more thing. The spirit idol we discovered is right down there. It's a bit of a walk, so I'll have to show it to you later.
Okay. He points to a small exit at the back corner of the room. It almost looks like the entrance of a cave. It stands out. They must have dug a large portion of this room.
It's also where I chose to bury Salus, our former leader. I guess I can be sentimental when it comes to that stuff. It just seemed like the right thing to do, you know? Now, let's go over your...
Before he can continue, he is immediately cut off. Pro runs into the room, panting heavily, clearly exerted. But there's a hint of fright and concern on his face too.
Damek, come quick!
Pro, what's going on? I'm in the middle of a meeting here.
The meeting can wait, Damek, please! Grizz is here and he's causing a commotion!
Uh-oh.
What? Alright, let's go. We should probably talk to him, Seer. I'm pretty sure I know what he's after.
We all nod at one another, and Pro starts leading the way. Whatever is coming our way, I'm sure Damek could handle it. We run to the atrium to handle the situation as fast as we can. When we arrive, I see Ulrich standing imposingly before Grizz. A good choice. Ulrich could fight almost anybody.
Stand down, Grizz.
I only want to see Damek. We had a deal and it's his turn to deliver. Don't forget, I'm the only reason you're down here.
Jeez, Grizz is huge compared to Ulrich. Grizz looks back toward us, noticing our entrance.
Please, Ulrich, stand aside. Insubordination isn't your style.
He tilts his head back towards Damek. Ulrich turns and looks, noticing that we are here. Saying nothing, he turns around and walks away. He rests his back against the wall and simply watches. It seems like almost all of the tension was cut from the air. Those too many deadlock was a scary sight to behold.
Good. Now, Damek, it's time. Unless anybody else wants to challenge me.
Damek takes slow steps forward, caution not to make sudden movements. Grizz grips the handle on the hammer resting on his back, as if to threaten.
Now, Grizz, let's remain calm. I fully intend to hold up my end of the bargain. There was just some important business to take care of.
He motions towards me.
Yeah, I know. But all the pieces are in place, Damek. Will you please take me to see it?
Damek shuffles in place, anxious.
I suppose I can rearrange my schedule a bit. Sorry if it appeared like I was going back on my word.
I'll accept that apology when you take me to the idol. I'm sure you understand. I'm past the point of buying time. And make sure you bring that new friend of yours as well.
Oh, so it was the idol he wants. And from the way he spoke, he wanted me as well. Of course, this is all likely related to the Blade of Exodus.
Very well.
Damek simply concedes without contest. And of course, before we can move, there's an interruption. Being a rebel was a busy life. It's always something. However, it was something far bigger than any of us imagined. Damek looks in shock as a young man slowly enters the room. Is it Shane? With heavy, labored steps, he appears to be weak and tired.
Shane? Shane, you're back!
Damek runs forwards and Grizz steps back. He seems to understand what's going on too. Shane had come back from his trip to Baltius?
Damek.
Uh-oh.
Shane, I can't believe this! I was so worried we lost you!
Everyone watches in awe.
Did they hurt you? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Pro, go grab some water, quick!
No, Damek, I'm fine. Don't worry about it, Pro.
Pro stops in his tracks upon hearing this. If anything, it just looked like Shane needed some rest.
I'm sorry, Damek.
Oh no!
For what? Oh, don't be silly, Shane. I'm the one who should be apologizing here. It was foolish of me to send you into danger like that.
Shane steps forward and wraps his arm around Damek. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Oh no! Everyone seems so relieved, and all of the tension is gone. Even Grizz cracks a smile as he watches his happy reunion. Oh no! But Shane takes advantage of our lower guard. Reaching into his pockets, he pulls out a dagger. No! Before any of us can react, the damage is done. Damek screams and stumbles back in shock. Shane was fast. His abdomen is covered in wounds. No, so he stabbed him like multiple times? He shakes, blood spilling on the floor at an alarming rate. No!
Shane?
Troop morale has fallen to 50%. No! Ulrich is the first to react. He tries to restrain Shane. However, it's no use. He is far too agile to be caught.
Shane, what have you done?
He doesn't respond. He grabs a bow and some arrows from a nearby weapon stand. All of us are panicking. Could Ulrich take on Shane alone? Within a few moments though, that is the absolute least of our worries. Oh no, is Sovi here as well now?
Sovi, now!
No! Immediately after, Sovi enters the room from the entrance to the tunnels. No! What's going on? There's a man in a white suit of armor with him too. Like the honor guard. It's Helen! Ah! What was he doing here? This was definitely coordinated. We're in trouble.
Sometimes I wish it wouldn't be so easy. Look, Helen, even the suits of armor are still alive. All the time in the world, and they didn't even act.
Pitiful.
They both look at the honor guard in the atrium. Minding their own business, they just stumble around. There's a lot, but they pose no real threat to anybody. Sophie steps forward, looking at all of us. Ulrich grips his blade and stands in the way.
Leave. Or else... what? I'll kill you.
Oh, no!
So dramatic, Ulrich. You've certainly grown. Where was that bravado 500 years ago?
Ulrich grows and grits his teeth, easily provoked. All of us are locked in place, too scared to move.
You're outnumbered. Don't test me.
Uh-oh.
If Damek dies, we'll find another leader. You've done no real damage to us, Sovi.
Is that so?
Sovi grins and raises one of his hands in the air. With a dramatic snap of his finger, I stumble back. What? The blade is reacting and trembling. What is going on? There's a quick flash of red light. Wait, I know this feeling. From a vision of Valinor, when he animated those suits of armor. Can he truly manipulate the blade without even touching it? He can. All hell breaks loose before I can even start to process these events. Oh my god, please tell me that this is a vision and not that this is actually what's going on, but please tell me this is a vision! The honor guards grabs their blades and starts massacring the rebels. With a simple snap of his fingers, he sends all of them into a murderous rage. All I can hear is screams of agony as our forces are caught off guard. Bodies start to litter the floor, while other rebels grab weapons to fight. Gris runs forwards and grabs Damek's body, slowly dragging it away.
Seer, come with me. Let the rebels keep the enemy occupied. I have an idea, but you need to do what I say.
Oh, okay. I nod and follow after him. I'm still not able to process anything. How could the rebels recover from this? Please be a vision, oh my god! This isn't how things were supposed to happen! I look down at Damek's body and he's motionless. A trail of blood follows me and Gris as we flee the area. But before we can leave the atrium, Shane noticed the trail. I feel a sharp pain in my chest and suddenly drop to the floor. I can't move, and I look down and notice an arrowhead protruding from my torso. He shot me in the back! And that's all I can take in before everything fades away. Jesus Christ, my get goose skin. Oh, please wake up. Doggo, wake up. However, with what just happened, I am certain of one simple fact. The rebellion is no more. Their morale has fallen to 25%. Oh my god, no. What? Valles and Fortim rush to the atrium, frightened by the sound of commotion. Members of the honor guard rush past them to carry out the brutal objective. When they arrive, a horror awaits them. It's clear that the rebellion has lost. But no!
Oh no!
Ulrich, what's going on?
Ulrich is locked in combat with Sophie, violently swinging his sword. But Sophie dodges with ease, swaying his body from side to side. When he gets a chance, he lands a hard punch on Ulrich's chest. Falling back, Ulrich is brought to his knees. He pants heavily, trembling as he rises back up.
I don't hide behind a sword like you and your seer. Now tell me, Ulrich, how does it feel to lose to me? To see everything around you crumble and fall?
Oh my god! He laughs, that maniacal cackle echoing through the halls.
Perhaps now you regret changing sides.
Never. This isn't over, Sovi. Stand back, both of you.
He waves his arm dismissively at Valles and Fortim. However, it was already too late. The honor guard is closing in on them. Ulrich turns to try to help them, but a blow to the back of his head knocks him down. He can only watch through blurred vision as the honor guard overpowers them. Screams assault his ears, and they are slowly silenced. Had them be killed too? He scans the rooms, trying to find Pro, but he can't. Perhaps he is among the bodies. Please don't. No! Sophie steps over and kicks Ulrich in the gut, causing him to grunt and roll over. A few moments later, he kneels down and stares Ulrich straight in the eyes.
You thought you had everything under control. Abandon Valenorth, gather your forces, and attack Balteus. It would work if we didn't have you in our grip the entire time. All we wanted was to destroy Mazeo's spirit idol, Ulrich, the final idol in all of Alestia. The sickness almost cured. I know what you're thinking, though. The vision of Valenorth? The seer saw only what the triumvirate wanted him to see.
Oh no.
A trick to lure every single one of you down here. It worked! And after I kill you, the seer's life and that blade will be mine.
So they were behind it! Ah!
May the triumvirate reign eternal.
Does that mean that there never was any spirits? They were just the triumvirate? The triumvirate are the spirits? Shane and Halen approaches Sophie, leaving Ulrich to look up at all three. Sophie holds out a hand to Shane, who gives him a dagger without hesitation. Sophie holds out a hand to Shane, who gives him a dagger without hesitation. Oh no! Pressing up against Ulrich's throat, Sophie pauses, savoring the fear in his eyes.
I'd ask if you had any last words, but you don't deserve the satisfaction.
Not so fast!
Pro! Everybody quickly turns as Pro runs from the tunnels. He pants heavily, having clearly run a large amount. He smirks.
Nada, do it now!
Pirates! A few moments later, an army of pirates floods in from the tunnels. Sophie, Halen and Shane quickly become defensive, trying to fend them off. There was enough now that they stood a chance. The targets were clear. Using the commotion as cover, Pro rushes to Ulrich's side. He helps him to get up on his feet, and he finally returns to his senses.
Where's everybody else? Valessa? Fortim, the seer?
Ulrich looks down at the floor, ashamed.
It's too late.
No! He places a hand on Ulrich's shoulder. Shaking his head, he knows that Ulrich is wrong.
It's never too late! Come on, let's take them down! They won't get away with this! They can't!
Ulrich smiles and nods, and they quickly rush into combat. Things were starting to turn around. They were no longer outnumbered. Sophie, however, uses this commotion to sneak deeper underground. While everyone was distracted, his objective was clear. Oh my god, what is going on? Did I die? Oh, is this a spirit idol? Gris carries me and Damek into the room behind the war table. The massive spirit idol glows and radiates energy. It's beautiful. Through my faded vision, it only appears more surreal and odd. He carries me to one side of the room and rests me down. I notice that the arrow in my chest is gone, replaced with bloodied wrappings. He must have treated me during the time I just lost. But what about Damek?
There were some supplies back in the crew quarters. I was able to treat your wound. No vital areas were harmed. It's almost like he did that on purpose, unless you got really lucky.
Let's hope he did it on purpose. He sighs and looks back at Damek, who he had rested down on the other side.
But he wasn't lucky.
No!
I'm sorry, Seer.
No!
He's gone.
No! Not Damek! No! No!
But we can still fix this. This is what I've been wanting all along. A chance to tap into that idol's power.
He looks at the blade on my back. Reaching behind my shoulder, he undoes the scabbard. It falls to the ground. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath.
Please, let me take your blade. This is the deal I made with Damek. To free the spirits from those suits of armor.
I look up at him confused. Pain courses through my body, and I tremble. I grab the scabbard and hold it tightly in my hands.
Please, Seer. There isn't much time. 20 years ago, I led the occupation with Sophie. The people I killed, they're trapped in those suits of armor.
They are?
If you give me the blade, I can use the power of that idol. I'll release those spirits. I'll give them the freedom they deserve. I need to do this. It's the only way I can make up for what I did.
Oh my god.
And without the honor guard, this battle is won. Your allies can easily fight against Sophie and his men. There's still a chance to win here. We need to take it.
He looks down at the floor, and his ears fall flat.
I know why I recognized you and your friends back at my office. During the occupation, there were people that looked just like you. I was just following orders. Trust me, I regret what I did. All of it.
Wait, does he mean...
Your parents, they were in Museo during the occupation, right? It's more than coincidence. This must be happening for a reason. They aren't dead, Seer. They're trapped in those suits of armor.
What? But... what? I noticed a glisten of tears forming in his eyes.
sent there by me.
Oh, oh Jesus, the light. This is perfect. The oh, oh my God.
Let me free them, Seer. It's what they would want. It's what they all want.
My grip on the scabbard lightens. He killed our parents? I can tell that he's truly sorry, but this is just too much to take in. The pain in my chest gets more intense, and I wince.
Here, I've got you.
He wraps an arm around me, slowly helping me to my feet. Together, we take slow steps across the room, towards the idol. I look at Damek's body in the corner of my eyes. Still lifeless. No!
I stopped serving the Triumvirate the moment I got the chance. Being forced to live in those suits, forced to wear their colors, nobody should have to suffer such a fate. We can fix this.
As we get closer to the idol, the earth starts to shake. There's a massive reaction coming from my blade. Gris holds me tighter as the tremors get more intense.
I picked up some information when I served the Triumvirate. That blade has the ability to bend its power to your will. It all depends on what the wielder wants it to do.
What and what do I want?
They want power, and so it gives them an army. We want freedom, and so that's what we'll have. Please, Seer, let me do this. It's all I ask.
Each step I take causes emotions to well up within me. This is all too much. It's all happening too fast. No matter how hard I think, I have no idea what to do.
I know it will kill me, but I've come to terms with that. It's a fitting punishment, considering what I've done.
We reach the idol, and I'm almost blinded by its light. I can understand that Gris wants his redemption, but his crimes against the world and our families were awful. I could always tap into the power of this idol myself. How would Valestan Fortin feel if I sided with Gris? Some crimes aren't forgivable. Is this one of them?
Please.
Oh, should we let Gris sacrifice himself? Or tap in? What happened? I mean, sure, letting him do this, our parents will... Nothing says that they will come back to life. Maybe it's just that they will pass on or whatever. Oh my God, I'm too curious to see what I will do with the idol's power. Because maybe I will turn back time or something and go back to before and warn everybody about this. No, I couldn't let him do this. My reasons were my own. I shake my head and hold the blade closer to my body. He sighs and looks down at the floor, defeated.
Very well.
He lets go of me, and I start to stumble. I use the scabbard as a cane to hold myself up. I can tell that he's angry, but also that he understands. I accepted him to fight me for the blade, but he accepts defeat. Turning around, he starts walking away, his shoulders slumped down. This was my job. This was my destiny. To harness the blade of Exodus. Let's go. I couldn't let others use it to assist their suicide. Turning to face the idol, I slowly removed the blade from the scabbard. Remembering Gris' insight, I tried to bend the blade to my will. This time, it wouldn't overpower me. It would help me to save all of us from this massacre. The flash of white light that I expected is nowhere to be found. I can hold the blade with no trouble, just like desired. So it was true. The blade is mine to control? With a wide smirk, I hold the blade up to the idol. It was time to destroy all of the undergods in these tunnels. It was time to free all of the souls of all of the condemned. Our parents too. That desire in my mind sparks the blade, and the white light fills the room. But there's another desire too. The survival of Damek and our true victory. The ground shakes more violently, almost causing me to fall to the floor. But I stand my ground. This was too important. The survival of the rebellion and Alestia's future was on the line. I'm too overcome with hope to falter, as the white light slowly subsides. The idol starts to flicker, like it's running out of power. Did I do it? I guess there's only one way to find out. I put the scabbard back on, but I hold on to the sword. I'm in control of it now. I stand there, using the blade as a crutch. With the ground shaking so violently, it's hard to stand up. I need to go back to the atrium. They need to know about this.
No! What have you done?
What have I done? Sophie charges into the room, catching me completely off guard. He stands there, panting, looking at the idol and how it flickers. With a grunt of rage, he starts running at me, ready to attack. Because of the trembling earth, however, he stumbles a bit. I use this to my advantage and jump out of the way. Landing with a quick roll, I'm back on my feet. We circle around each other, both hesitant to attack. I hold out the blade, as if to threaten him.
There's so much you don't know.
There is? He smirks and lunges forward to attack me. I hold out the blade to guard myself, but I'm not sure what happened next. With the snap of his fingers, mid-lunge, the blade suddenly vanishes from my hands. A few moments later, it rematerializes in his. Oh no! I don't have enough time to brace myself. It's already too late. Moments later, I'm on the floor, with Sovi on top of me. So he can wield it, just like the vision showed me. Gripping the blade in one hand, he uses the other one to punch me repeatedly in my chest, causing the wound to open more and bleed. I kick and scream in agony, trying my best to withstand his harsh blows. He's smart. Soon enough, the pain is too much to fight back. I can only skirmish and wince underneath him, enduring the assault. The cavern starts to crumble, and pieces fall from the ceiling.
There's no one here to save you, Seer. Your life is mine, and the rebellion is no more.
No, Ulrich and Pro will come and save me. Smirking, he lowers the blade to my neck.
May the triumvirate reign eternal.
I use all of my strength to reach up and grab the blade. Trying to push it away, I realize that there's almost no point. But soon after, the blade reacts to both of our touches. Another flash of white light engulfs the entire room. The pressure is relieved from my neck, and I hear Sovi struggle. Just like Chris said, the blade reacts to the will of the wielder. But whose will was stronger? I raise up my other hand to grab the blade as well. I close my eyes and focus with every fiber of my being. Spirits, please do something. Save me. Save us all. The light subsides, and I see Sovi looking down at me in shock. I can see the horror in his eyes, but I have no idea what just happened. Perhaps the blade gave him visions, like it did for me back in Valley North. He panics and throws the blade on the ground.
So it is true. The spirit realm is...
Huh? Slowly standing up, he takes a few steps back. Looking down at my eyes, I can see sadness within him. So many conflicting emotions, all in the span of a few seconds. He scoffs and turns his back to me.
Remember my mercy, Seer. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
What? To my complete shock, he simply runs away. I tilt my head to the side and watch him leave. The blade rests beside me, so I reach for it. But any hope of salvation is quickly lost. It's over. As soon as Sophie leaves the room, it starts to cave in. Oh no! Rubble and debris block the exit, leaving me trapped inside. Damek, please come help me. Please be alive and help me. Oh my god. I look over at Damek's body and start to cry. My wounds bleed profusely and my vision slowly wanes. With my final movement, I grip the blade and pray for help. But before I slip away into nothingness, that help never comes. What? What is going on here? What? Ulrich and Pro stands back to back, destroying the honor guard with ease. The pirates, on the other hand, keep Shane and Halen occupied. They were starting to go back to this. They could survive.
Another one down. Come on, Ulrich, pick up the pace. If you lose this, you'll never hear the end of it.
Ulrich takes down 4 suits of armor with one swing of his sword.
Oh, we're keeping count. Then I think Nada and her crew are winning. But at least now we know who Damek chose.
True. They look over at Nada, who fights off Halen and Shane. She's an expert swordsman, one of the most impressive in the world. Moments later, her and her crew have the enemy surrounded. I wonder what if that would have been Alex, if he would have been able to hold them down, or hold them off, or maybe something else would have happened. Halen and Shane pant heavily, worn out from the intense fight, but they look around at the fallen honor guard, realizing they're outnumbered. The initial strike was devastating, but the rebel was slowly bouncing back.
Where's Sovi?
I think he's gone to the idol.
Then that means...
Before he can finish talking, the ground starts to shake. Everyone's caught off guard, stumbling around.
It does! Shane, retreat!
What?
But Sovi!
He'll catch up later. Let's not do anything stupid.
Shane nods and they start to run away. They were cornered near the tunnels, so an easy escape. Ulrich and Pro slowly march over, standing by the pirate allies.
Do you want us to hunt them down? Just give me the order and their heads are yours.
Ooh.
No, let them go. We can't risk being led into another trap. They hit us too hard. We need to mitigate the damage.
They nod and back down.
All right, but don't get the wrong idea. It was just an offer. I didn't do this to help you. I'm doing it to secure my nation. Don't forget about the terms of Damek's little arrangement.
You've done more than enough, Nada. But before you go, we have a bit more work to do. What do you say? Want to finish what we started?
Huh?
Let's do it.
Oh, the honor guard. They all turn to face the suits of armor, but they're shocked. The honor guard remains perfectly still, not moving an inch. They continue shaking off the ground, causing them to fall over. Hitting the ground, they shatter into pieces like an army of glass. A bright flash of white light emanates from the crew quarters. Along with that, the earth trembles with more intensity.
What's going on?
It must have something to do with the idol.
But they said Sovi was down there.
I think I saw Grizz carry Damek and the seer down there. Sovi wouldn't want this to happen. So that means...
They're still alive!
They must be. Come on, let's go. Nada, man the tunnels.
I'm on it.
Yeah. They start running towards the war room, but don't make it very far. Ulrich stops in his tracks and notices movement from the corner of his eyes. Is it Fortim and Valessa? Valessa and Fortim! They were moving! They must have survived!
Wait, hold on. Pro, look.
Ulrich points and they both make their way over to Valessa and Fortim. Crouching down, Pro offers his hand to Valessa and Ulrich to Fortim. They help them get to their feet and they look shaken and traumatized.
What happened? How did you survive that?
He was totally convinced that you died. I can't believe your luck. I'm surprised.
They both look at the ground, almost like they're ashamed.
I thought they were going to kill us, but they didn't. I don't really know what happened.
They didn't attack us. They pushed us to the ground. It's almost like they wanted us to stay out of harm's way.
It was their parents! Oh my god!
Yeah, we wouldn't have stood a chance in combat. I don't know why they wanted to help, but they did.
I think I know. Never mind.
She quickly changes the subject.
Where's the seer? Ulrich, take us to see him.
Right, of course. They must be by the spirit idol. Damek too, it's not that far. Follow me.
And the bright light again. Oh, gee. Deciding not to question Providence, they all follow Ulrich. In a time like this, it was best not to doubt your blessing. However, Valessa remains a few paces behind, thinking.
Mom? Dad? Thank you.
It's so sad. Ah! Oh. I think this is a perfect place to end this episode. What do you think about that? Yeah, I think that will be great. Holy fuck! I was not prepared for that. Jesus Christ! I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, now we're gonna be around the war table, and the other dude that was missing was gonna come in, and they were gonna talk strategies, and maybe we will be like fast forward to the other day when we start like training with Ulrich and maybe Pro. And oh my god, I had no idea that this would happen. Jesus Christ! So I have no idea what's gonna happen now. It can't be just this. This can't be how it ends with just a long cutscene like this. So there must be more. Jesus fucking Christ! And we need to do more with Pro, and there are so many other achievements to get. So I don't think we're with that close to the end yet. Holy fuck! I'm really. I hope you're looking forward for the next episode. So if you want to see that, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell to get notified, and also like this video if you haven't. I'm gonna keep this short. Jesus Christ! So Patreons and the Discord, everything link in the description. You heard me say it 1,000 times if you watch this series. But enough with that, guys. I will make the next video as soon as possible, because I also want to see what happens after this. So take care, guys, and remember that you are loved and appreciated, and that you should be proud of who you are, because I want to see you in the next video. Bye! Thank you for 8K!